A decade of investigations into the Maguindanao massacre and still justice has been elusive. And with only 10 days left before the expected promulgation, victims' relatives now ask, will justice ever be served? Romel Lopez has the story.
A day before the 10th anniversary of the Maguindanao massacre, Tukungan Balayman visited the graveyard of her two daughters. Pinky, then 35 years old, and Lailani, 27, were both employees of the former Buluan Vice Mayor Toto Maguindanao. Together with 56 other members of the Maguindanao's convoy, they were killed in what is known now as the Maguindanao massacre. 13 of the victims are Tukungan's relatives. For her, forgiveness is never an option.
Minsan, maisip ko yung mga anak ko parang mabuwang na ako ba. 10 taon, di pa rin makuha yung katarungan para sa kanila.
Gusto ko lang po, makuha na namin ang hustisya. Kasi masakit na matagal na ganito lang na ganito pa.
James Musa, meanwhile, is mourning not only the loss of his mother, he is now tending to a mentally challenged sister traumatized upon learning of their mother's death. 10 years on, the victims of the family still cry for justice.
Kasi nabiyak daw yung ng nanay ko eh. Yung buhok niya dito natanggal daw. Kasi alos hindi ko siya makilala. Sana po makamit na namin yung hustisya. At saka para matahimik na rin po kami.
For Maguindanao, who is now representative of Maguindanao 2nd District, his memory of the tragedy is still clear, even more vivid than this tarpaulin he built for his wife.
Lalong bumigat yung pakiramdam ko. Dahil akala namin before magkaroon ng anibersaryo, 10 anibersaryo, magkakaroon na ng conviction ng mga major suspects. Ayun, na-extend naman ng another 30 days mula nung nakaraang linggo. Ganun pa man, tanggap din namin yon. Nakapag-antay kami ng 10 taon, almost 10 years. Isang buwan pa kaya. Yung isang buwan na yan, unextendable na yan.
1 decade later, the Supreme Court has granted the request, not of Maguindanao, but of the Quezon City Court judge for a 30-day extension to rule on the case.
Yung isang buwan na yan, unextendable na yan. Pero umaasa tayo na may yung promulgation ay papanig po sa atin dahil alam naman natin na lahat ng mga yung lahat ng mga ebidensya pinresenta, mga witnesses ay napakalakas laban sa kanila.
For now, relatives of the victims have to make do with visiting the massacre site with much hope that in their next visit, they already have the justice they long for. For News 5, Romel Lopez, we are One News.
The Ampatuan massacre, called the single deadliest event involving media workers, took place a decade ago. But lest we forget, here are the facts and details again. On November 23, 2009, 58 people were killed in Maguindanao. Some were relatives and supporters of gubernatorial candidate Ismael Toto Maguindanao. 32 were media workers. They were massacred in a small hill in Sitio Masala in the town of Ampatuan. The prime suspect, former Maguindanao Governor Andal Ampatuan Sr., supposedly resented his former ally Maguindanao's running for governor. On November 23, the convoy bearing Maguindanao's wife was on its way to the Maguindanao capital to file her husband's certificate of candidacy. The local police, backed by Ampatuan's private army, blocked their way and started firing. At first, the convoy was just reported as missing, but a helicopter soon discovered the massacre site and the ghastly scene. 197 were charged in the killings, most of them members of the Maguindanao PNP and Ampatuan's men. 79 suspects are still at large. The primary accused in the massacre, Andal Ampatuan Jr. Andal Ampatuan Sr., the mastermind, died in prison in 2015 while still awaiting trial. Also charged was former ARMM Governor Zaldi Ampatuan. Together, 11 members of the Ampatuan clan were charged with multiple murder. The massacre brought to light the extent of corruption in Maguindanao, one of the country's poorest provinces. Graft and corruption cases were filed to recover 9 billion pesos the Ampatuans allegedly took. But years after the massacre, the Ampatuans are still in politics. In 2013, some 47 Ampatuan clan members ran for local positions. In 2016, 40 Ampatuans ran for elections. In fact, 4 ran against each other as mayor for the town of Sharif Agwak. A Quezon City Regional Trial Court will be deciding on the Maguindanao massacre case soon. How will it affect the politics in faraway Maguindanao remains to be seen.